What's going on, guys? It's Cole. Hope you guys have been doing well. Legit, like a month left before we leave here. But yeah, no, I was just doing some shit on here. I've been looking at getting the new MacBook recently, and now my MacBook doesn't charge. So I think this is God telling me, plunge yourself further into credit card debt. So that's what we're gonna do. What I'm gonna do throughout this video is I'm actually gonna be going over some fat loss tips, and that'll be huge for a lot of you guys watching. Let's do it, guys. I just figured something out. I'm using my phone's charger, and it's plugged, so it's the charger's fault. So I'll be able to get more value for the computer now that I know that it can charge, because I thought it couldn't charge. I'm gonna be switching between my iPhone and then the camera here. All right. Bag fucking secured. Thank you, Best Buy. I had to clear my laptop out. I forgot to do that, so I went back to the hotel, cleared it out, came back. Here we are. We got it. So we'll do a little unboxing when I get back. I'll actually start diving into what I wanted to talk about. And here we go. Yeah, so basically the Best Buy people, I looked it up online. My computer was worth $25. They clicked a different computer and they put my value at my computer at $280. So I will take that all day. Look at that. Got the charger. I'm gonna play around with it, and I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, guys, so the reason why you clicked on to today's video is because you want to learn how to lose weight or lose fat effectively, right? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and keep it as simple as I can, and along with that, I want to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need to get started on your journey. Where do you even start when it comes to fat loss, right? Well, obviously, you gotta start with a goal. To have a target to aim for. There's gonna be two ways you can do this. One, your body fat. So obviously our objective is to shed off body fat, not weight, right? We wanna look good, we wanna feel good. That's how we're gonna do it, is lower our body fat percentage. I'll throw a little chart right here, and it will kind of show like the body fat percentage and what's healthy and what's not, and you wanna aim for that area. So obviously you can have a weight goal. We wanna hit that weight goal through losing the body fat percentage, okay? So that's what we're gonna wanna look for. But there's three main things that we want to look for. Two main things. We have macronutrients and micronutrients. Micronutrients is basically your vitamins and minerals come from. So your vitamin C, pills, medication, things like that. That's where you're going to get those micronutrients. Macronutrients is what is going to contain those calories, right? So you have three main types. You have protein, carbs, and fats. All three of them have a critical role in how our body works, right? Obviously, when it comes to these three, carbohydrates are gonna help with just obviously providing energy throughout the body, because that's our main source of fuel. Protein, it's gonna help us fuel our muscles, build our muscles. And then as far as your fats, basically they help just absorb everything a little bit more, and in a way they make you kind of feel more full. So if we wanna lose weight, we're gonna wanna have a low fat diet. All right, we don't want a low carb diet because we still want to fuel ourselves and we still want to feel good. Tracking your calories. So should you or should you not? Well, if you have a specific weight goal, yes. I feel like that's a very simple answer. Yes or no answer, yes. If you're looking to hit a specific weight goal, yes, you should be tracking your calories. So as far as calculating, there are websites that you'll be able to do, that you'll be able to use to find out where like your maintenance calorie intake is, but I'll post it right up here too, the scale that I use and I know that a lot of other people use. This makes it easier, and it's literally ballpark. It's not gonna be 100% accurate, but neither are these websites, all right? So it's gonna be off by like 100 or 200 calories, but that's not gonna make a difference. But your maintenance calorie, or it's gonna be your body weight times 13 to 15. Okay, so that'll be around your maintenance area. In a calorie deficit, so a calorie deficit is when your body burns more fuel than you ingest, right? So if I'm burning 2,500 calories a day and I'm eating 2,300, that's the deficit. There's 200. That 200 left over is creating that deficit. If you find your maintenance calories and you just subtract 200 or 300 calories from that. So if I'm at 2,500, I subtract 300, now I'm at 2,200. Boom, that's perfect. That's all you need to do. We have our objectives. We found our body fat percentage that we want to get to, or our body weight. We understand what macros and micronutrients are good for, and of course we calculated where our maintenance is and where our deficit is. What is next, right? What is the biggest step next? Well, we have to figure out our diet, to figure out cardio. That's a big tool. I want to emphasize that. It's a big tool for weight loss. Water intake, sleep, workout. There's gonna be more that fall into it, supplements, things like that nature. So there's a lot that falls into this, but once you get in the routine of things and you actually let it adapt to your lifestyle, it'll be a lot easier. Again, your diet. This is a good example. All right. This is my pre-workout meal. So I have 130 grams of rice, 115 grams of chicken, and then again, just one whole cucumber is probably like 7 calories, something like that. So things that are going to fill you up, but that's going to be very beneficial for you. You can really mix it up and see how you like it. My biggest recommendation for you to go and do is go to a grocery store, go to the farmer's market, pick out everything that you know that you enjoy, or the things that you want to try. Trial and error it, right? Obviously fit it into your calories and your macros, things like that. One of the apps that I use for this called MyFitnessPal. I feel like this is a very popular app for you to use. So my calorie goal is 2,250 calories. I can't see what you guys can see right now because I have a giant ass microphone in the way of my camera view. So this meal is 280 calories, right? And then I plan my meals out for the entire day. So that's another big thing. We all have busy ass lives, right? But we also have the same 24 hours. So there's no excuses with it. So meal prepping ahead of time is really going to be helpful, especially when you have a busy job or a busy life. Then you'll be a lot more tempted to go and buy fast food. Americans buy fast food 2 or 3 times a week. So you're saving yourself financially, mentally, and physically by eating this type of stuff. Personally, when I really started dialing in on my nutrition, my whole world fucking changed. I feel like a completely different man, and I'm literally getting goosebumps right now because of how real this actually feels. It's very simple. If you feel like shit, it's probably because you're eating like shit. Probably because you're sitting around doing nothing all day. You need to get up, get moving, eat healthy. Yeah, I'll see if I can post this up right here. Basically, it's a form that I used to use when I first started working out, and it's basically like a recommended meal plan. You could probably find these around on the internet as well, but you can use this one here. Basically, take a screenshot of it and mark off the stuff that you enjoy. You can use that as a template for an actual constructed meal plan for you to follow. So that kind of brings me on to my next point: cheat meals. So if you're looking to like lose a certain amount of weight in like a couple months, no cheat meals. No cheat meals. That's just that. Just suffer for a couple months, right? Because the cheat meals are going to hold you back a little bit. But if you understand that you're not doing this for a competition reason, you're not doing this to fit in a suit in 2 months, have one cheat meal, one cheat meal, not one cheat day, one cheat meal per week. Because that's going to help you satisfy those tendencies. It's going to help your journey in the long run. Literally, your diet determines everything. And if it's shit, and then of course you're gonna feel like shit. Of course you're gonna look like shit. Of course you're gonna think you look like shit. It's very self-explanatory. So your diet is gonna be 90% of this whole thing. I'm gonna eat this. We're gonna go ahead and back day. Second portion of your fat loss is working out. You should be hitting each muscle group 2 times per week. So minimum 4 times a week of working out. Depends on your availability. During these workouts, it should be very intense. Probably out of 10, you should probably be sitting around 8 to 10. So each set should be a couple of reps right outside failure until you can't do it anymore. When you are working out, make sure that you're doing it with good form. Start on the machines if you have to. Now I'm 4 years in, and I'm still using machines today. Get a good mix of everything. Make sure you hit your compound movements. Compound movements is when you're using multiple muscle groups in one exercise. Your accessory movements That's going to kind of help you with muscle imbalances. You're doing what's called progressive overload. So each set, you're trying to make it harder in some way, whether that's increasing weight, slowing down your reps, increasing your reps. So you can lower the weight and increase the reps, or you can increase the reps and lower the weight. And again, you can slow it down a little bit, you can speed it up a little bit. Those supersets, drop sets, that type of stuff. Use those to your advantage, and you'll be able to see some growth over time. But if you're doing the same weight all the time, you're never going to see any sort of progression or any sort of muscle growth, increase of strength, endurance, things of that nature. So just make sure that you're progressing in some way, so we keep growing, so we can consistently see progress and avoid those plateaus. So that workout probably took about, I want to say about 50 minutes to an hour. So your workouts do not have to be long. They can literally be, I would say probably around 40 to 60 minutes a day. Obviously they could be longer than that, but it's not necessary. As long as you're putting in hard intensity and you're walking out of that gym knowing that you put a damn good effort in, then that's all that matters. You shouldn't be in here for like 2+ hours unless you're doing like core, cardio, in your main workout. That might take close to 2 hours. But if you're spreading everything throughout the day, like cardio in the morning, working out later in the day, like it should not take you long. Set some poses. Workout was pretty good, if I do say so myself. So next, I'm gonna go straight to my supplements. The main thing that I would say that you should be taking is a protein powder. Again, only if necessary, because of course, again, supplements literally means supplementing, right? So you're not replacing, you're supplementing, so you're adding to it. So if you have like a busy day, or you're just having a whole day of traveling, this stuff comes in handy. Okay, so that's definitely recommended. Obviously, you can take other stuff like creatine. I have L-glutamate, so helps with just promoting glycogen storage. But those are the main go-to things, and again, they're not meant to replace. So use them as you can. They always provide very good benefits. There's always a ton of research backed behind them. So, all right, guys, Future Cole here, editing the video as we speak. But there's still a couple more things that I wanted to talk about. Cardio, all right? So cardio is a very effective tool that you can utilize to burn more calories. And regardless of what your goals are, you should be doing cardio in some way. But one of the things that I kind of give non-negotiable to my clients is legit like 8 to 10,000 steps a day, like non-negotiable. Research has been shown in studies, individuals that are, getting at least 8 to 10,000 steps a day versus people that are just living a sedentary lifestyle with a caloric deficit, things of that nature. It's only gonna help you boost the outcome and maybe even accelerate the amount of time that it takes for you to actually lose body fat. Walking is literally one of the best things you can do for fat loss. Like statistically speaking, walking is one of the best things to do. So one of the things you guys can do, get up early, and I know it sucks, just shut up, do it, just do it. Get up early and do some cardio in the morning. Like 30 to 45 minutes of cardio in the morning. And then throughout the rest of your day, depending on how busy you typically are, try and reach 10,000 steps by the end of the day. Again, this is gonna boost your outcome for fat loss. The second thing that I wanna talk about is water intake. Now, for me, I'm a very simple guy. I have a gallon of water and I try to finish that in the given day, right? But you don't need to necessarily drink a gallon of water a day. Obviously, they just say, oh, you should be drinking a gallon of water a day. You know, that's what the internet says. But really, all you need to do is take your body weight, divide it by half, and that should be your fluid ounces. So let's say, for example, I'm 200 pounds, divide that by 2, there's 100 fluid ounces of water a day. There are like sugar-free sodas options, so like sugar-free Coca-Cola, sugar-free Sprite, all that type of stuff. You can have that stuff, okay? You don't need to cut that stuff out. But obviously don't have them to the extent that, you know, it takes over water, right? You still have to hit your target fluid ounces a day, right? All right, you guys are gonna shoot me for this. One of the most slept on things that people don't really realize that has a huge effect on you is sleeping, right? The average American sleeps, I believe, about 6 hours a day, right? And that is not good. We as humans need at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep a day. And usually throughout the night, depending on how long you sleep, we usually wake up about an hour throughout the night, but they're so small that we don't even realize it. So you should really be focusing on trying to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I mean, that's the time when our body is at rest and it is repairing, right? So the longer that we're up, the less time it has to repair. So how are you supposed to be efficient with your training and efficient with your career throughout the day if you're not getting the sleep that you need? It is very, very important. Those are probably the main points I want to talk about, right? So we talked about getting your diet together. We talked about getting your workout together. Talked about sleep, water, cardio. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. Those were the main things that I focused on when I was on my fat loss journey. And that's the stuff that I've been focusing on now, literally. And I'll show you a little comparison of before and after when I started this. Now, the biggest things that I could have done a little bit better was probably gotten more steps in. I crash dieted a couple times because I like 100% cut out everything. So I had 1 or 2 times throughout the couple months that I really like crashed and just said, fuck it. Just realize if you were to do something like that, it's normal, you're human. But again, I wouldn't recommend cold turkeying, a diet. It's just less sustainable. This is what I did. And this is what I bring my clients to do. And if you are interested in one-on-one coaching, just shoot me a DM and I'll be more than willing to help you out furthermore if you have any questions beyond this video. But as far as that, guys, that should be everything. I appreciate you guys so much for all your love and support. If you like these types of videos, comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next. And yeah, besides that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And as always,